Well, I'm back on the show and in the Northern Territory, two very special places that have never been far from my thoughts and will always be close to my heart. I feel strangely comfortable, like I've just put on my favourite old pair of boots, which is just as well because, of course, we're going trekking.
A 3-hour drive southeast of Darwin will bring you to Catherine Gorge, the starting point of the 62-kilometre Jatbula Trail, a 6-day trek taking you through the heart of the Nipmuc National Park. The Jawoyn people have tramped this track for thousands of years. Until a few months ago, it was only tackled by a handful of more adventurous Western walkers. But now World Expeditions have started guided walks, the trail is far more accessible. The journey along this ancient Aboriginal track, or songline, kicks off from Catherine Gorge.
In traditional times, it was the duty of every Aboriginal person to commit to memory their part of the song their ancestors used to sing this country into existence. In that way, they were able to protect and nurture the land and use the melody as a kind of guide or map.
But when you don't have a secret songline, follow the blue arrows and Steve Trudgeon from World Expeditions.
What do you see as the key advantage of going for a guided walk over doing it yourself?
Oh, well, for a start, you don't have to cook dinner.
All right, I'm in. That was a quick, easy win.
You don't have to research it too far.
Yeah.
You get years and years of knowledge summarised into just the length of the trip. That's pretty good.
It's also pretty good having a guide to help you find some of the estimated 3,000 art sites in the national park. But the most accessible is the rock art hidden near the amphitheatre campsite.
I think this would be a lovely spot to camp all year round.
Yeah, permanent water down the bottom.
Nice and shady too.
Little pockets of monsoon rainforest down here. Starting to see a little bit of rock art up here.
Oh, cool.
You can imagine this would have been a great place to camp out in the heat of the day.
With no written language, rock art was the way Aboriginal people recorded significant events, food available in the area, rituals and ceremonies.
Well, ladies, if you're looking for love, you have seriously come to the right place. Apparently this is as good as a love potion. The catch is, though, you have to stand here in front of this gorgeous figure, dancing all day and all night, but you will be guaranteed to win the man of your dreams. Careful what you wish for.
The Jawoyn people, including Elder Lisa Mumban, have worked very closely with Parks and Wildlife to make sure the trail takes you through Nipmuc's best features.
So how do you feel about sharing this wonderful country and this wonderful culture of yours?
I feel good about sharing because sharing is very important in our life today. We feel very proud of it, and that's why it's important for us to actually, make something valuable for them while they're here, so that they could take that valuable present back to their land and tell them about our country. So, yeah.
Now, the average daily trek is give or take 6 hours. It all depends on fitness level, of course. However, the Jatbula Trail is anything but average.
So how's it differ from other tracks in the beautiful Northern Territory?
Oh, mate. Waterfalls at the end of every day.
You serious?
You can't beat that.
Nice.
All perfectly chilled, fresh, drinkable and crocodile-free water.
So where are we now?
This is 17 Mile Creek, which flows into 17 Mile Falls
Yep.
and then out into 17 Mile Valley.
Someone with a lot of imagination came up with those names.
So we'll do the top hole first.
But before we reward our day's efforts with a swim, we pitch our tents and settle into camp. All meals and camping gear are included in the trek.
Right? Beautiful.
Yeah.
Put the cover on. I like to see the stars. It's much nicer that way.
Walk for miles, circumnavigate these lands.
Well, as far as treks go, the walking's not that hard. If anything's going to knock you around, it'll be the heat. So it is nice to know at the end of every single day you've got a fantastic infinity pool like this just to cool off in.
Bound to ramble my day.
All campsites come with a waterfall or rock pool. The last is Edith Falls, the finishing point, bringing you to the western boundary of Nitmiluk National Park. Also a popular waterhole for day trippers.
Oh, civilization.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to break back into it though, eh?
No, it's a pretty beautiful spot. Mind you, those people down there don't know what they're missing out on.
World Expeditions has a 6-day Jatbula Trail tour starting from Catherine Gorge, about a 3-hour drive southeast of Darwin. The tour includes all meals, camping gear, transport from Darwin, national park permits and fees for $1,650 per person twin share. Virgin Blue has flights to Darwin starting at $169 from Melbourne, $209 from Brisbane, $245 from Sydney and $265 from Adelaide.
Arnhem Land, birthplace of the didgeridoo, the heart of Dreamtime Australia. Remote, pristine, beautiful. Well, at least that's what we like to think. Oh, it's just not right, is it? Beautiful, remote coastline. Look at this crap, dirty old fishing net. There's so much of this stuff around here. It's because out there you've got major currents pushing all in. With all this buzz about Al Gore's Inconvenient Truth and Earth Hour and Live Earth, this is a great chance for you to get out here and see yourself making a difference. There's this crap everywhere.
I can change the world with my own 2 hands.
My crusade began in Nhulunbuy on the Gove Peninsula. And long after the bitumen finished and the red dirt gave way to rough tracks, I hit the remote beaches that are part of the Yolngu People's Lands. They are also one of the 18 sites in the Gulf of Carpentaria that make up the Ghost Nets program. The Ghost Nets are abandoned fishing nets that drift through the oceans, killing everything in their path before washing up on beaches just like this. And the Dimaroo Ranges, like Jawulu, have seen the very worst of it.
Last year we got a big net. There was weighed about 6 tons.
Was there marine life caught in it?
Yeah, there was plenty of marine life caught on it. There was turtle, hammerhead sharks, hawksbill turtles.
And for the past 2 years, they've teamed up with World Expeditions so you too can come out here and get your hands dirty.
I can clean up the earth, Lord, with my own 2 hands, and I can reach out to you. Oh, with my own 2 hands.
It's all over here, isn't it?
Yep. And what I'm doing here, I'm just gonna get this.
Yeah.
Get a sample and put it in a data sheet.
But besides cleaning tons of junk from these beaches every year, they're hoping by logging every net they find, they can pressure governments both here and overseas to do something about these floating death traps. And it's not long before we come across one of the beasts that give the project its name. You just don't realise the size of the nets. I mean, you imagine some poor little kid's fishing net, but this thing's massive, and to think that things like this float around the ocean, it's not good. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. Most of the net, which according to Phil has floated down from somewhere in Southeast Asia, is now buried deep in the sand.
Well, we've tried cutting and we've tried digging, but it's getting pretty heavy, so we might actually try and just gently nudge it out with a vehicle, I think.
Excellent, let's tie it up and pull it out. Give it hell! Pulling out bad boys like this all day means you burn plenty of fuel. World Expeditions make sure base camp is well stocked with everything you need. There's plenty of time out to explore the stunning coastline or simply just cool off. Well, that was my plan for the Arvo until PJ pointed out these tracks just up the way. So how big do you reckon this is?
Maybe 4.5, 5 metre crocodile.
And should we be worried about this?
Mm.
You don't seem too worried.
Yeah, we grew up at bush.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You're all right.
Yeah, we've been spearing crocodiles.
That's why I brought the spear along, you see? It's in case something happens. Or you can just kick back at the camp with the local fellas and work on your tunes. Sounds like a dying buffalo or something, doesn't it?
I can change the world with my own two hands.
Now normally with Getaway, this is the part of the story where I'd be trying to convince you on how beautiful and pristine this beach is. But not this time. You see, there's a real problem on this coastline. And I'm not trying to persuade you to come and help out, but if you've ever considered or ever chatted amongst your friends about how you want to lend your hands to a worthwhile cause, well, here's your problem right in front of you.
Arnhem Land is in the Northern Territory, about an hour's flight from Darwin. World Expeditions has a 7-day Arnhem Land Marine Rescue Community Project, including all meals, camping accommodation, permit fees and guides. It costs $2,295 per person, twin share. If you're interested in other causes as well, World Expeditions has 11 community projects in 9 countries. So for more info, log on to worldexpeditions.com. Virgin Blue has flights to Darwin starting at $199 from Brisbane and Melbourne, $235 from Sydney, $255 from Adelaide, and $290 from Perth.
Melbourne is the centre of attention at the moment.